Today I'm going to tell you how to get the AutoFlex golf shaft. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I have an AutoFlex golf shaft, and I'm going to tell you how to get one. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to get one for free. This is really just going to be how you can buy one, because they are very expensive, and you're going to have to pay out of pocket for these little bad boys. But this is kind of the typical one, the pink with the kind of the iridescent green and black shaft here. They also make one in rainbow. This one is an SF405, so it's kind of the middle of the road shaft. I actually have bought two shafts now, an SF405 and the SF305X, so I'm going to be doing a comparison on that. But you might be saying, hey, I've seen lots of videos on this. I'm really interested in the AutoFlex shaft. I want to get one for myself. How do I do it? Now, I have bought two shafts via two different methods, and I want to share my experiences with both because I think it might impact how you want to get your shaft. Now, the first way that I want to explain it is kind of the more traditional way, and that is going to a company called Torque Golf. So as the AutoFlex shafts became more and more popular, TXG did a bunch of reviews and people really wanted them. Everyone tried to source one for themselves, and there really weren't very good ways. And I saw that Torque Golf was posting and saying, hey, we can get these shafts to you. So I went ahead and I bought a shaft from Torque Golf. I went to their website and filled out a request. Their website is kind of like a very basic shopping cart. So I put in the SF305, I selected add it to my cart. There was an area where I could add notes or add a message to it, but it wasn't very clear. You know, one of the things that I was thinking about is, how do I get the tip, the hosel adapter that I want? How do they know what length I want it? How do they know what grip I want on it? None of that really ended up carrying forward into the order. So I put it in my cart, I ordered it, and then I got an email confirming it, and I think it was like info@torquegolf.com, and I responded to it saying, hey, what I want to use this for is my PXG driver, and so can you please include PXG adapter? So the gentleman there actually emailed me back and said, yeah, and do you want it to a certain length or grip? And I said, no, just send it to me because I'm going to do the fitting and the adjusting when I get it. So one of the things that happened right away is actually the next business day, I got a shipping confirmation. So they actually got the thing put together and in the mail right away. So I thought that was pretty exciting. Now, they actually sent it DHL, and this actually comes from Singapore. So I actually thought that it would be based in the United States and I would get it relatively quick. Now, I will say it says picked up on April 6th. I actually ordered it on April 4th. Shipping notification received on the 5th, and they picked it up on April 6th. Now, that is actually pretty good, but I kind of wondered on overseas shipping how long it would take. I will say, though, it got to U.S. Customs in Cincinnati on April 8th, so only 2 days later. So that's actually pretty good, maybe even better than a lot of the domestic shippers. The problem with it, and this has nothing to do with Torque Golf or DHL, this has to do with how our customs work, is that it was put on hold right away and then released on April 14th. So it took basically 6 calendar days to get through customs in Cincinnati, and then on April 14th it got out of customs and then was delivered the next day. So all in all, from the day I ordered it to the day I got it was about 11 calendar days, which actually isn't that bad, you know, especially for something coming from overseas, for something that is kind of custom like this. Now, one of the things that I want to share with you is it actually came in this little plastic pipe here. So this is what it came in, and I always find it funny when they just use a lot of tape to kind of seal up ends. So I ended up having to cut through this, and I pulled the shaft out. Now, a couple of things that I will tell you is that many of the AutoFlex shafts, or all of them from Dumina, come with this little plastic sleeve. That did not come in this case. So the shaft was just wrapped in like bubble wrap inside here, and I didn't get the little plastic and fabric sleeve. Not a big deal, because on my other shaft, it's just something I threw away anyway, but it's kind of a nice little perceived quality to it. Now, the other thing I will tell you is that the PXG adapter, the hosel that it comes with, just comes taped to the shaft. So my expectation was, when I asked for a PXG adapter on it, that they were going to prep the tip on it and then epoxy it on for me, so then I would just have to put on my grip, but that doesn't happen. All you get is the adapter, so you get a few dollars of adapter, but you don't get any of the work to put it on. Now, for some of us that don't make a lot of golf clubs, right, maybe you don't have that epoxy, maybe it's something you don't want to just do on your own. Maybe you don't have the centering beads. Maybe you don't have confidence in your own work, whatever it might be. Well, you can take it to a place, and I took mine to the PGA Tour Superstore to have it put on. I think it was $17, but because I'm a member, it's like half of that, so it was like $9 or something along those lines. It's going to take 2 business days to do, but it's just a little disappointing because it's something that most companies, especially companies that are in the golf realm, can do very, very quickly. You just kind of sand off the edge, you just kind of score it up, roll the tip in epoxy, and put on the adapter and ship that sucker out. So I was a little disappointed. There was more assembly required than I thought. So there's a bit of a delay on that. Now, I will also say that you're paying basically full retail price on this. I think in total I was out just about $800, $799 plus shipping costs. So just about the full retail price on it. Now, the second way that I ordered the shaft, and it's actually this shaft right here, is that I just went on eBay. So now there are a number of people that are listing shafts, or a number of people bought them. You can probably find a good deal if you can find someone that has the same adapter as yours. You know, the Callaway, the Titleist, the TaylorMades are all pretty popular, but there are some companies that are selling any flex and adapter that you want on their listing, and that's how I bought this one. So I put it in that I wanted the PXG adapter, I put it in that I wanted this flex shaft, and I tell you what, that ended up being very quick, and it was just about the same price. And what they did do is they installed the adapter on the end of the shaft, and they included that original Dumina shipping sleeve, but they don't install a grip and they don't trim it for you, which is absolutely fine, because I think for a lot of us, you're going to want to trim it to whatever shaft length that you normally use or are fitted to, and then a lot of us want to use our own types of grips. In my case, I use the Wind Dry Tack Light Oversized, which is absolutely fabulous, but you will probably have to do a little work on the grip. But I will say that putting a grip on a golf shaft is an easy at-home job, so that's something that you can definitely do with just household tools. So I actually liked the fact that I ordered this on eBay, came installed with the adapter, and it came in about a week. So they're basically the same price. If you have some sort of really unique configuration where you need the shaft and it's a virgin configuration, then Torque Golf is probably a great way to go. You can probably request that from some of the eBay sellers, but there are people that seem to have some of these shafts here in stock domestically and will fit them with the hardware that you need and get them out to you very quickly too. So neither of them really is any better than the other on price. But if you want to order from a company that is more closer to the original source, which I think is South Korea here, then Torque Golf might be the best option for you. But if you don't mind a little bit of a middleman and maybe a small premium to that, I would just try some of the eBay listings. So 2 different ways that you can get your AutoFlex shaft, and if you do, I think you're going to love it. That's why I bought 2 of them. Hey, I'll put links to everything that you need in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.
We can discover more and explore deeper. We can live better than ever thanks to Peter Von Panda.